Alright, so first things first, I apologize for the little bit of background noise. My water softener started at 11 o'clock this morning. I have no idea why. I have to fix the timer. Now, I say this with love. Let me preface this by saying, everybody who watches the videos, comments, everybody, I love y'all. Every single one of you, even those that hate me. Now, this isn't just going on my videos, but that was like the last straw for me. Everybody knows there's been all this chitter-chatter about Chychrun and the Panthers possibly being in on a deal. Now, this idea that our GM Bill Zito is going to somehow trade away Anton Lundell, or the texts and the messages and the comments and the things I'm seeing on Twitter and the other videos I'm seeing people make, the idea that we're going to trade Anton Lundell is beyond absurd. And if anybody actually thinks we're going to trade him, if anybody actually thinks our GM, Bill Zito, is going to get rid of Anton Lundell, y'all got box bugs in your Cocoa Puffs. You're already Cocoa Puffs, thinking that we should do it. But then if you think Zito is going to do it, Fruit Loops and Cocoa Puffs. Now why? Now why, Jaws? Why? Why is your opinion so accurate? Well, I'm about to tell you why. Now, I'm not going to sit here and argue about whether or not Chychrun is good. Chychrun is a very good young defenseman. Go look at the numbers yourself. His numbers are nowhere near as good as Aaron Ekblad's have been. Not even close. So he's not a 1, in my opinion. Not anything like what we have, right? I know Arizona's a bad team, but Chychrun's currently sitting at minus 31 with 2 goals on the season. Now, be that what it is, if we added Chychrun to the Panthers lineup, yes. If you wanted to blow up all the pairs and put Chychrun with Forsling and then move Gudas with Montour and have Ulevy be 7D, does that make our defense better? Yes, it does. That point's not arguable. Now, Anton Lundell. This talk amongst the fans of trading this kid needs to stop. And you guys know I'm not the fan police. Alright? If anybody has bitched and complained about things and said things more than anybody, it's me. So I get it. I get it, but just hear my argument here. First of all, the kid is what, 20, 21? Okay? And he is having a ridiculous season. He is a real Calder candidate, and if he continues at this pace, he might just win the damn thing. And what's he got to wake up to? Social media talking about, let's blow this guy out of town. Talk about not exactly feeling like he's being endeared by the fan base. So that's number one. But let's put that aside. If you're one of those that doesn't care about the players' feelings, all right, I've made my own share of bitching and complaining and saying things, so I'll even give you that. Do you think after what, 8, 9, 9, 10, however many years it's been, do you think Barkov and Huberdeau just suddenly got this much better? Do you think they just woke up at the beginning of this season and said, I think we're both ready to really just be ridiculously good. We've been good, but now we're going to be great. Do you think that they just woke up and decided to be this good? To be ridiculous as they are? No. Do you know why they're this good right now? Anton Lundell. Because we're not wearing out Barkov, we're not wearing out Huberdeau. Having to throw them out there is the only possible chance of having a line that can match up against the other team's top players. Anton Lundell is eating up a ridiculous amount of ice time. He's killing penalties. He leads rookies in penalty and PK face-offs by like 100,000, by a ridiculous amount. It's not even close. So while I got people saying, go let Anton Lundell be a superstar somewhere else, and he is fixing to be a superstar, and here's the stats. I've been saying it, and now I see the stats. I'm justified. Lundell is better at this point in his career than Barkov was. There's your statistics. All right? They both had 24 points in their first season. The only difference is Barkov played 54, Lundell's played 38 so far. He's got almost the red. And if you look at Barkov's second year, Lundell's on a pace to have more points than Barkov's second year. The face-off percentages are similar. Lundell's about 4 points lower than Barkov was. Probably because he's taken so many more face-off, especially on the PK. Okay? The kid right now is better than Barkov was in his first year. Maybe even his second year. At the very worst, he's just as good as Barkov was year 2. Just going by the numbers. Now, in terms of what he's doing for this team, that's the thing that needs to stop. It's not debatable. It's not in question. The reason why our top 6 is blowing up the way it is because, number one, when Sam Bennett gets hurt or does something stupid and gets suspended, you plop in Anton Lundell and we don't miss a beat. Number two, we've got 3 lines capable of matching up against other teams' top centers, and Lundell's holding his own, doing a damn good job. So you get rid of Anton, you go ahead and you improve the defense by the 10% and save that 1 extra goal every 2 or 3 games. If it does that. And people are thinking he's going to become a superstar somewhere else. The kid is practically there now. The kid is ridiculously good. You get rid of this kid, you're blowing up the entire lineup. Luosterainen is a nice find. He's not going to play 3C. Go look at his face-off percentage. He's going to get killed. You're going to throw Achari out there? That's the problem we've had all these years, is blowing out and burning out Barkov and Huberdeau because there was nobody else. Now we finally got the guy. We got the right, perfect guy for the job that can do almost all of the things that Barkov does for us. Obviously, he's not as good as Barkov is now, but he's damn good enough. That's why these guys are out there able to just have 2 and 3 minutes of zone time and still continue to play at a high level, because they're not getting burnt out playing 26, 27 minutes of hardcore against top competition hockey every single night. This got to stop. This got to stop. This has to be the end of the discussion. The idea, and it's just absolutely frustrating, because we waited all this time. We waited all this time to have the depth, and people want to blow it up. And Chychrun's a very good young defenseman, but he's not the difference. He's not going to win us. He's not the cup answer if you go and blow up our depth to get him. It's completely, to be honest with you, it pisses me off that people cannot see how important this kid is to the team right now. You get rid of him, forget about it. That's the cup. Not because he's going to lead us to the cup, but because he's going to allow Barkov and Huberdeau to have the energy to lead us to a cup. That's it. That was my rant. I'm not talking about this anymore. Somebody asks me on the stream, I love you, but I'm not getting into this anymore. You want to talk about a Chychrun trade? Beautiful. Tippett for Toronto, maybe Denisenko, and a 2 or a 3. And that's still kind of an overpay. But that doesn't hurt our depth, and it adds to the defense. But this idea, and don't even get me started about the Spencer Knight stuff. That's just, I swear, that's got to be people trolling. But the idea, I'm seeing it this morning. People are serious. They think, oh, that's it. We had this one bad game with Carlson and Kierstead out there. It was only 4 goals. It wasn't like we got blown out. We had just allowed 1 goal in 2 games with those kids on the ice. Now, I've said they're not the long-term playoff, long-run cup answer. We do need a guy. But I'm sorry, with all due respect, use your head. Look at the entire roster. Barkov and Huberdeau did not just suddenly become 50% better than they've ever been. They're fresh, they're rested, they're not feeling all that pressure that they're the only guys. And Anton Lundell was the guy that's making that happen. And that's the end of the damn video.